Greetings everyone, and Grade here with another Age Mythology Replay. So on the left side is the blue Freyr. We got Rasputin. Spawn the left right side, bottom right side as the red set. We got Raw Joestar, who's using the classical skin. And we got a unclassical baboon, which actually started going down. The baboon almost goes down. Luckily he's still filled with delicious food and the pharaoh can eat it up. I don't know how effective this is. Go to fast forward since the early eco phase. Town center's not firing away, but that's one way to draw fire. I don't know if that was worth it because I spent a lot of time healing it while not getting the improved drop off. I suppose you only need to worry about when the village actually drops on off. Yeah, I have no idea if that was worth it or not. When it comes to relic, this map I should probably talk first. It is a hybrid map, though there are no fishing deposits. And if you look at the map here, this lighter color should be traversable land. And this is where the cutoff between the deep sea and the shoreline is. The monk has, or the priest has, crossed the waters and now cleaning up some exotic doggos. The wolf was said, he's a good boy. Granted, units in this age have horrible combat, so don't worry about them all too much. The befriending animal is more of an economic benefit. Allows you to not only explore out the map, but also claim some goats. They are, of course, the goat. And as well as just eat them. They're not good in combat. That's why I view it more of economic benefit, most of the free animals. Let's see, what else I want to say? Oh yeah, let's talk about relics. We do have the Olor's bow, essentially increasing the range of and the range of sight of ranged soldiers. That can be quite nice, though this is the Norse, so really only throwing axemen and gobi, so not too impactful there. We do have the Onka Fra, does give you a little triple favor rate, which is very good for any civilization. 5 color stone of Nuwa. Reduces the repair cost 50%. That's actually not really that useful. Usually buildings alive or dead, you don't really repair them all. And the ring of Nibelung getting a bit of gold, which is pretty good. We do now the age up. In case the Asgardian Bastion is going to be deployed in the center of the map. There's a decent amount of gold in the center of the map, so it's a good idea. Good amount of field control as well. There's plenty of room to maneuver around though. Got a forward temple here, now forward longhouse, and the Asgardian Hidden Fort. Since the Norse tend to go for infantry composition. In fact, they can only go for infantry, barring some myth units in this age, as well as cavalry. It's a good idea to go for perhaps axemen. Slingers can counter the throwing axemen, but throwing axemen are countered by axemen, but yet the axemen are countered by throwing axemen, but yet the throwing axemen is countered by axemen. In other words, axe beats axe. In more ways than one. Do have now a Wadjet. The free Wadjet. The more important part of this age up, I think, is for the shifting stance. I forget what the upgrades are. I can never remember the upgrades. But honestly, I just hate the Wadjet. I just do not like the Wadjet. I just don't see any real value in it. I seem to have been okay, but when any unit fires away without being contested, it's a decent unit. Got an idle villager here by red. And set still has access to vision, and of course can get a upgrade to make vision cost free in manpower. So you can constantly scry on your opponent. And now we do got a lot of forward blue infrastructure here, red. Red has some military units there. I wonder if that's just inflated by the animals. A large number of idle villagers here. That's not good at all. There we go. Not sure what happened there. They're next to a bunch of water bison that may be 2 separate deposits. Not sure. We got the boar of Set. It's probably just better just to eat it. I think, yeah, it looks like the priest is claiming all the delicious boar from the opponent's side of the map. Very nice. 300 food is quite delicious. We now have an armory here. Blue's being very idle. Has a good amount of force here. Got an armory and a market going on up. Looks like red is trying to age up again. Blue, it looks like it's ready to rumble. And I am casting on Rumble, so if you always want to see my streams on Rumble, you're more than welcome. Exotic Doggo does go down. We've got now Obelisk being established here. And of course, if you ever take a look at the mini-map, you can see what, since we have blue selected, you can see he has seen these set of berry bushes, but not these set of berry bushes, because of the black outline. Now we do have an age up for a set. And we do have Nephthys, gives access to Scorpion Man, as well as Ancestors. And this one time, probably a good support ability, maybe useful on defense because of the lack of offense capability at the moment. Red has established secondary town center. Blue, if he was a little bit more aggressive, he would be in great position. Red's 4 will go down. Blue's goats have been seized. A lot of delicious war here. A lot of delicious spotted deer. Huh. I wonder how that tastes to a North American deer. We do have a dock being established here. Really, really stupid question. Can a fishing boat collect from animal carcasses in the water? Really stupid question. Part of me says no, part of me says actually yes. Do now the age up for Ager to give access to Rock Giants. A very good myth unit. There's age up, gets a number of animals here. Got 3 giraffes, 2 crocodilios. Giraffes are the food animal, crocodile more the combat animal. But not really, just better to eat it. Or use some defense where the carcasses will still be close by. A lot of villagers here. I see 24 town centers have, what, 20 garrison space? 25, so there's enough room there. Red does spot the secondary town center. This 4 town center now deployed on the field. He can get out a 4 to Gillen Bersetti. There is a usable amount of gold on this land, but it is going to be consumed relatively quickly. We still have another 6,000 gold here and up here, but there is a lot of valuable gold here. There's 4 gold deposits all pretty close by, so this can fuel Blue's economy quite significantly. But this is a pretty safe trade route as well. Vision was utilized somewhere. I'm not sure where though. You know what? It was summoned. Vision was summoned there. Ancestors actually have full damage versus villagers. It's the snakes that don't have full damage versus villagers. Nice bit of harassment there. You have now these ancestors heading to over here. They will last for a decent amount of time. You can probably start taking down the watchtower. And that's what the dock is probably for. We got a free Kraken. And red was non-attack move there, so villagers do go on by. Got a number of medium rating cavalry here. And a good number of idle villagers here. Seems like every time I look, red has idle villagers, but then they're quickly attacked, so I have no idea how long the villagers will idle. We do have the age of possible the Horus to get some Avengers to spin to win. And we do have a nice triangulation of Obelisk here to torment these villagers. Tell me if I ever should stop saying that joke.
Into.
Now there's gold deposit being seized. And honestly, Blue could start eyeing for the 4 gold deposits to claim these first, so these are a little bit safer, because these are a bit more exposed. He has a force, but might as well grab it first. And second. Villager shanking the priest, and the berserker is angry at him as well. We do have some research there. Why do I stream the kick? I only ever get spam bots. Give me a moment to ban that person. I've tried to stream the kick for about a year, and I only ever get spam bots. I think I may have only ever had one person legitimate ever chatting on my kick stream. Because right now it says 0 viewers on stream on kick. Got now the Granite Maw, Feast of Renown, and various other researchers. Huskarl's been put on field. Honestly, Huskarl's, if he's not to deploy out anything to be countered by slingers, maybe good idea just not to blow out Huskarl's. Though, Red has not really skimped out on a military force. Now he does have some hippopotamus, a delicious hippopotamus, as well as some delicious rhinoceroses. But yeah, Blue could have been much more aggressive so far this game. Forward farm, not a big fan of that. Blue's still just ecoing up. Red does have a good villager advantage. We do have now the clairvoyance. Allows us to scry more often with the vision god power. Turning the cost in 10 favor to reduce the cost of the vision favor by 40. We do have a good number of spearmans, a very, very good number of spearmans. So he's going for the increased entry hit points and speed. We do have Spear of Horus, and increase melee damage of heavy spearmen by 10%, and the range by increase the bonus by 100%. So he has some sort of spearman play. Let's click on one of the spearmen. Is there any other upgrade I'm missing? Get a gold refund. It makes your spearmen reduce their range or damage, receive range damage, which is actually not that important. He's fighting against Norse, who don't really use range damage. I don't know how this is going to go.
In which?
They move at 5.8, so they're going to be fast. They're faster than his cavalry can get. Joestar just move pretty slow at 5. Oh, we got a tornado there. And I don't know why Twister just, it's not too great of a tier 4 god power. I think it could stand to get a favor cost reduction. It's not that great. Also, I think its favor cost should be reduced down to 200. And even then, it won't be spammed out multiple times. It's actually, it's more of a army killer god power, honestly. It's not really anti-structure god power now think about it. Since the formation of infantry units is pretty easy to hit the entire formation. Yeah, maybe reduce the favor cost to reset cast cost to 250, and then tell players to use against armies. Spearman now advancing, does have some axemans, good idea. At the adventure here, we do have the Granite Giant. Spin to win. Not sure who wins the fight between these two. Does 28 damage, regular attack speed, 600 health, 850 health, 60 damage, 3.5 attack speed, so it's 17. So yeah, it looks like the Adventure, same pack armor as well, so they will are equal there. We now have these siege towers advancing way forward. More Granite Giants. It also does have time splitting multiplier for smith units, so it's handily good. Adventures are pretty good. They're just not fantastic. So of course the Tempest there and the Gillen Versetti, Death Fafnir now advancing. Some of these units sort of get frozen. I sort of think heroes shouldn't get affected by the Tempest frozen effect. Dylan Pacetti style halfway done. We also got a longboat for fire support. More priests being summoned. The experiment costs 25 gold and does get 8 gold rebate upon death. And looks like red does back of the game. This hand grade saying, "Thank you for watching," and on to next replay. Oh, what was this over here? Just villagers. Yep, I didn't think experiment play was all that great. Yeah. This hand grade saying, "Thank you for watching," and on to next replay.